If you do not implement it, it's not going to matter what you learn. Hello, everyone. Jose J. Garcia. Let's get real with Jay. All right. So, I've read this, I've studied that, I've been to the school, I've graduated here, I graduated with honors, I've this and that, and those and above, and then some of whatever. None of that matters. It is not how much you've learned, it's how much have you done. A lot of people out there, they're learning, they're educating. What's happening is they're getting paralysis by analysis. I do believe that many times when you learn too much, especially too early on without actually implementing any of it, you can start confusing yourself more than before you even started. You can start doubting yourself, no doubt for that. It is so much to do. It is so much going on. I don't know that if I can. And you start bringing those doubts, which that's the end of the game at that point. Confidence is going to get you ahead. Knowing how to do something with certain skill or certain education is going to be huge, but you cannot rely. You cannot think that there is anything in life that you're going to fully 100% learn before you take action, before you implement. When I study, when I educate myself, when I coaches, when I'm doing my coaching with my mentors, anything that they're tossing my way, anything they're coaching me on, it is always, I got to implement that. I have to implement that. That also goes with ideas. If you have an idea, it's irrelevant. It's no different than a wish or a dream because none of those are real. Okay? You have to take that idea, you have to take that learning education, and you have to implement it. And stop doubting yourself. Then there's people who think they're less than. Well, I didn't go to school here. I don't know if I'm qualified to do this, to do that. Let me give y'all a little bit of background on me. Okay? 9th grade dropout. Why do I say that? Some people say, well, you need to stop saying that. Why? I am the perfect example of somebody who's not supposed to be successful, but I did not take no for an answer. Okay, even before I branched out to my businesses to become an entrepreneur, I was already a multi-level management position in one of the biggest logistics company. Now, I managed to do that by starting at the bottom pole. Yes, sweeping and mopping, and I was in there. I was asked to come into the office, and I was taking initiative. I was not taking no for an answer. There was people in there with PhDs, with masters, with degrees, and I don't care. I didn't care about any of that because I knew one thing. None of them had one thing that I could do: work ethic. Okay? You cannot beat what you cannot overwork. If you're waking up like me from 6 in the morning to 1 in the morning all day nonstop going, that's hard to beat. You have to have a real strategic way to implement anything to say I can overcome that. Most of them had to go take breaks. They had to family this. They had to take off work for this. They had to do for that. And I was steady getting promoted. Now the next level. Then I was a dispatcher. Then I was an office manager. Then I was a supervisor. Then I kept climbing and climbing till, of course, a certain point. And, it is what it is. But I realized, okay, well, I like these positions, definitely. It is a position that I've earned, but at the same token, I felt like working for somebody. There was just something that rubbed me wrong. I feel like I could do better, I could do great, and I could do more. Okay? And they're all branched out yet once again. And that's when I started the entrepreneurship, but I did not rely on, am I going to know this? Am I going to be enough? Do I need to educate on this? I am not knocking education. I want to point that out. I'm not knocking education because you need it. You do need it. And look, think about it. I will not go to a doctor who dropped out. Okay? He needs to have his education so that I can trust him. But there's many things in life that you just have to embark by taking action. Stop holding back. Some of you are more than qualified. I invest in real estate. And when I got started, I didn't know shit about networking. I didn't know shit about how to get started. I didn't know where to get the money. I didn't know how to fund this. I didn't know nothing. I had one thing in mind: get it done. I got to figure it out. I got to get in here somehow, some way. Because my thing is always, has this been done before? Yes. Has somebody else done it? Is somebody else doing it? Yes. Then you can do it too. Bottom line. Okay? Stop thinking that somebody's above you, somebody's better than you. Anything has been done, especially already in life, you can do it as well. You just have to get in there. Okay, read, learn as much as you can, no doubt. If you are looking to get into home investing or real estate investing, or you can come to us on that. That's something we can coach you on. But you got to take action. In a lot of these events that I attend, I remember one specifically. It was through Legacy Education, if y'all know what I'm talking about. And what happens there is you start with taking like the momentum. That's to grow you, to build you, to really kind of give you insight, if you will. And then you go on to specific lessons that you want to learn. Maybe wholesale, maybe how to build a business, how to invest in land, how to this and that. And what they start giving you is little badges. You start getting these little badges that you put on your shirt, so that every event you go, you kind of show, hey, I've already done this one, I've already completed this one, I've already, So, and to me, it was obviously, I was starting in there, and I would see some people with 5 or 6 of them. I thought, wow, these people freaking, they have done tons of stuff already. So, of course, I stayed in my lane. This was early on in my investing career, so I was getting more so started, implementing everything. I was implementing. As soon as I heard something, I got to implement that, and I would go. But I remember asking this one girl one time, because she had, I think, 8 badges on her. So I thought, if a badge says you completed it, in my mind, I'm thinking you're also doing it. You're also implementing, therefore you're that much more successful. And you're investing in 8 different types of whatever it may be, you're doing well off. So I asked her, I was like, man, that's pretty impressive. I remember asking her, I was like, so how many of these deals have you done? How do you keep up with so many deals or investments you do? Her response was, yeah, I want to complete a few more before I really get started. Blew me away. I was like, oh, so you haven't done none of what you got her? You completed so many lessons, you've actually not done any investments there? No, I'm just not ready yet. I walked away. There was nothing else to be said at that point, because you see, what happens is that paralysis analysis has hit hard like a home run to her. If you're learning how to invest in land, okay, you got to learn as much as you can on there and go take action, because then you start really learning a lot more when you get out in the field. So before you branch out into, okay, now besides land, I also want to learn how to invest in real estate or this or that, you're going to confuse yourself. So for her to have 8 badges and done none, she's more confused than anything. And the thing is, it takes money. It takes money to invest and to get involved in things. So you cannot hinder yourself by learning too much and doing none at all. Once you start learning how to do something, it of what you learn should pay for your education. You see the circle. Otherwise, you're just forking out money. I'm going to learn this, I'm going to learn that. You're not doing nothing. You're not doing anything, and therefore you just hinder. You're in a worse position, because now you're in debt. Now you have debt you got to pay for something you're never going to do. So look, that caught my attention. A few people were making the whole comment saying, I'm not educated, I'm not enough for this, I got to learn that. And bottom line, it is not how much you're learning, it's how much you're doing. Take that with you. All right, thank you for watching.